Hello. Today I'd like to talk about global warming. So I'm a terrible speaker. I wrote everything first. I'd like to read this text for you. Okay. So first of all, I don't believe in the global warming idea, and I'd like to explain why. What is the global warming idea? Basically, it's a set of four ideas. The first idea is that the planet is getting warmer. Second is that this warming is caused by human activity. Third, that the global warming will bring about catastrophic consequences to humanity. Fourth, that humanity has the capacity to control global climate. Okay, let's take a closer look at each of these ideas. Is the planet actually getting warmer or not? Earth is definitely getting warmer or cooler, I don't know which, but the global climate is definitely changing because it has always been changing and it has never been static or stable. There have been many ice ages in the past. Probably there will be many more ice ages in the future. How can we know that the Earth's temperature is changing? Of course, we can use a thermometer, but the thermometer will only tell us the temperature right now in the present. We also need to know the temperature of the Earth for the past 100 years to see if the temperature is changing due to industrialization. As far as I know, there seems to be no reliable method of estimating the temperature for the past 100 years, because for such short span the temperature difference is too small to be imprinted in natural phenomena. Apparently, the only evidence available is direct human recording, in which human beings measure the temperature with thermometers and record the data of books. But how reliable are these records? And even if these records show an increase in temperature, is it due to global warming or to the populational growth of the surroundings? Okay, let's suppose the Earth is getting warmer. Is this warming due to human activity? What determines the global climate? Apparently, scientists still don't know what determines the global climate. We may guess that the sun, the moon, all living beings, including humans, the Earth's core, probably have some influence on the global climate. But the exact relationship between all these factors is probably still unknown. Even supposing the Earth is getting warmer, human activity probably is not the main cause. For example, the sun most certainly have a much greater influence on the Earth's climate than human activity. Let's suppose the Earth is getting warmer and that this warming is caused by human activity. Where is the evidence that this warming could be catastrophic to humanity? There were times in the past when the Earth was much warmer and then colder than it is now, and it was not catastrophic to the living beings. A warmer Earth could be beneficial to humankind, especially if you think about places like Canada and Russia, places that could be more amenable to human occupation. Sincerely, I don't understand why people say we must stop global warming. What's the problem with a warmer Earth? Do you really believe the Earth will burn itself completely? Again, where is the evidence for that? The fact is that most predictions about global warming turned out to be wrong. Apparently, nobody really knows how the global climate works. Scientists are having a hard time trying to predict local short-term climate. For example, phenomena like tornadoes, hurricanes, El Niño are all local short-term phenomena. They should be easier to predict. If scientists cannot predict local short-term climate, supposedly easier things to predict, can you really think that scientists can predict the climate of the entire planet for the next 100 years? Scientists are having a hard time trying to predict if it's going to rain tomorrow in my city. Okay, but let's suppose that the Earth is getting warmer, that this warming is caused by human activity, that this warming will be catastrophic to humanity. Then we come to the fourth assumption. Is it possible to stop global warming? Is it possible to control the global climate? Again, scientists have a poor understanding of the global climate. Scientists cannot accurately predict global climate. And in spite of that, we are supposing that scientists have the power to control the global climate. We are supposing that scientists have the power to stop global warming, even though scientists don't have the power to control the climate of a country or even the climate of a small city. We are supposing that scientists have the power to control the climate of the entire planet. Sincerely, for me, that is a wild, wild statement. Some people say that all we have to do is reduce CO2 emissions. Do you really think it's that simple? For me, this explanation is too simplistic. And the people who are saying these things are journalists, politicians, and lawyers. Journalists, politicians, and lawyers are not scientists. They don't have really the authority to make scientific statements.